back, and you are listening to the morning show right here on KSVY Sonoma. This is community radio. We're broadcasting live and direct from the beautiful city of Sonoma, about 450 square miles on that FM terrestrial dial. We're streaming around the world at ksvy.org, and wherever you are tuning in from, I thank you. I thank you for your attention. I thank you for your ears, and I thank my next guest for joining me in studio, which is always really fun. Mr. John Staley is back on these airwaves. He's no stranger to these airwaves. We sure do appreciate you coming back, John. How are you today, sir?
Well, I'm doing great. I'm thinking now that you had me follow up World Annihilation, the impending doom of everything. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, right.
I'm doing great.
It's something to write about.
Yes.
And when I introduced the fact we were going to be talking about your workshop, I was saying too that sometimes storytelling, writing, putting pen to paper, even fiction is a great way to actually process big, systemic, complex issues. You slow things down. You can turn an atomic bomb into a character in your story, right? And now all of a sudden, it's a way to enter subjects in such a magical way. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a meditative process. I've been journaling now in earnest for probably almost 8 years. And so it's always not about what's on the paper or what's at the beginning. Oftentimes it's not until 3 or 4 pages in of just talking about coffee and birds or what I'm frustrated about or what I'm angry about. And then that thing comes up and I'm like, oh, that's what I was feeling, or oh, that's where the nugget is. That's where I'm going to take that out of my journal and put it into something else.
So let me frame up the workshop. This is going down at the Sonoma Community Center. The title of the workshop is Find Your Voice, Tell Your Story, a storytelling course and live event. It's a comprehensive 4-week course that will take your anecdote and transform it into a stage-ready story told by you. Okay, so tell people more.
Anybody who's doing this, who wants to do this, there is a live event, and the expectation is that you will perform live. Now, you're not required. You don't have to. It's fine.
People are like, wait, I'm just pen to paper and then I leave. I don't get up in front of people. That's public speaking, John. You tricked me.
Yeah, so no trickery here. But the idea is, I just love... If you've ever heard of the Moth Radio Hour and they do live storytelling events, I wanted to bring something like that to Sonoma. We don't have anything like that in Sonoma. And I talked to Vanessa at the community center, and I put forth this idea of a course, of a class, of something that I could share with people about taking that little nugget in your journal. We're going to do a little bit of free writing and kind of just figure out whatever anyone's thinking about. And the theme is changes. So
fine topic.
Whatever big changes, little changes, was it a haircut that gave you more confidence? Was it a car accident you were in that changed your life forever? Was it some way that you learned to, I don't know, a new way to make a sandwich, and now that's how you make your sandwiches now? So it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be small. It can be anything. It can be funny. It can be tragic. It can be poignant. It can just be simple. So we're going to take that, we're going to find your story, we're going to find the arc, because effective storytelling is also important. And we are going to get up on stage. There is a microphone, there is a performative element to this, but we want to find out where your story begins, where it ends, and where the peak is, where the arc is, to kind of help you rein it in, because I don't know... If you're like me, I like to talk.
No, I have no desire to ever speak, no.
And sometimes I ramble, and sometimes I go on tangents.
Sure.
And so then we find that, and that's week 2, where we shape the story. And then week 3, we're just going to get up in front of the class, in front of our peers, and do a little delivery and talk about how we perform our story and what the important thing is. 5 minutes on stage, no notes.
And the final story, is it really meant for radio at the end of the day, or is the storytelling visual at the end? So then it moves more into, are you writing a theatrical script, or are you writing a radio audio play?
No, we not even that much. So I give you an example of a story, something that happened to me that changed me.
Because I love radio theater. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I love it.
So we're not scripting anything.
Yeah.
You get no notes. There's no props. There's no
Right.
there's no cues. There's no direction.
Really,
It's
the
just
writing
you.
needs to tell the story, but you're using your voice.
The writing
to deliver it.
needs to tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
And here's something that my friend and author Mishka Shubali gave me a list of. It's called Everything I Know About Writing. And one of the first ones is throw them onto a moving train right away. And now that you have them, tell them the story. So it's about that first thing,
Yeah.
getting them excited about
I've
it.
totally whooshed on the train when you said that.
So I'll give you an example. I have a story to tell you, Ronnie. And it starts with when I went out on that bike ride that evening, I had no idea I was going to be involved in a kidnapping.
Ooh.
I'm not telling you anymore. You have to come to the class to find out the rest of that.
Right.
But that's a true story.
Right.
And that now you're like, well, what is that? What does he have to say?
John.
And so, bam.
Don't tease.
Now I've got you.
Right.
You'll have to have me on again to tell the story a
Cool,
little
cool.
bit. So a
Fair
little
enough.
bit,
Deal.
But so there's these things that happen in our life that change us, and so it's just about sharing it with all of us.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, I'm speaking with John Staley. He is a writer and an essayist who is based in Boys Hot Springs. He is also an regular contributor to the Sonoma Sun. He is published in multiple language. He is originally from Las Vegas, Nevada, which in his bio here on this community center website says explains a lot. He's also, we worked together. We first met doing hospitality together over in Napa, and where he was working with a great cartoonist. But that's when I started following your social, John. And he was a runner, and his running was every day kind of created this amazing story to share. But I want to just say that John's approach for me to his social media and his storytelling won a tremendous sense of freedom and joy. It really exudes from what you do. So I know I can say this from experience of knowing John for a few years and following his work. It's going to be a very heartening experience for everyone. So I think some writing workshops can probably really daunting, get real. No doubt you can navigate the serious parts that might arise, but the intent is a lot of joy and a lot of freedom. And there's just a lot of color in what you do. It's a very colorful, joyful, and friendly approach you have to media and to writing. And I just wanted to share that with the listeners, but also with you, John. And do you think you're going to stick to this approach, or are you going to change and become a hard-nosed teacher with a ruler in this workshop?
There are rules, but they are only to help
guidelines.
Serve the story.
Yes.
Only to help serve.
Right.
Know that first line, know that last line, so that you can nail it, so that you catch the audience, and then you leave them in a way that they go, "Wow, what was that?" But it's going to be fun. It's going to be relaxed. There's going to be very little pressure. The only pressure is the pressure you put on yourself. And honestly, how you do in this class is none of your business. So relax, right? When you get up on stage and there's this performance anxiety about what everyone is going to think of me. Well, who cares what anybody thinks of me? It's none of my business what they think of me. And I don't know. And I've shared a lot in the past and done some performances and talked about my life, and I always come back, and I'm going to come back after this interview and go, gosh, I forgot that one point. I ruined the whole thing. I didn't get across what I wanted to get across.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know what somebody else is going to hear out there. I don't know what somebody else is going to need or want. So it's none of my business how it went. All I can do is do my best to be prepared and just relax.
A couple logistical questions. How big will the group be in the course? Is there a limit, or are you going to pack it in?
And again, not to manufacture scarcity, but we don't want to have too many folks in there, only because
you need some attention.
We're going to need attention. We're going to need time to go through people's stories, and when we have this live event. And I haven't dialed in exactly where it's going to be. I think at the theater in the community center, but that's not confirmed.
Sure.
It's not confirmed.
We'll see.
But I want to be able to have an event where people can come and sit for a couple of hours, and we can go through all of the stories. So I'm thinking 10 or 12 people.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I like that size for a
right?
writing group.
And
Yeah.
so that we can do peer-to-peer.
There's enough dynamism,
critique.
but not so big where, it just starts to get thin in terms of you getting to everybody and people getting to know each other.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And now, what will they bring to class? A notebook and a pen, or what?
I think I can probably even I will bring some paper and pen. But yeah, if you have a favorite notebook or something you
Are you
write in
encouraging
normally,
that rather than people clicking away on their laptop or their phones?
I think whatever works. And I'll
Yeah.
say this about your phone, and I know we're not supposed to. I know all of the horrors of the phone.
Sure.
But what I have found is you open up your Notes app and you start clicking away.
Yeah.
And there's something about it. When you open a journal, it seems very daunting, and you have these pages, these empty pages to fill. But we all text all day long anyway. So I have found I've started stories in my Notes app
Sure.
because it feels less risky or important. It feels easier
like a
in
Post-it
some way.
note almost.
Just
You
real
just-
quick.
yeah,
Yeah,
kinda
I'll just start this thing here.
And it starts to build from there.
And so there's a relief and a relaxation that comes there, and then you can go from there. So yeah, 3 weeks. I think it starts February 19th.
That's
and
right.
Then
Let me
goes
get
to
back.
March 12th.
Yes, it is February 19th through March 12th. The meetings are going to be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The experience is all levels, and we can talk about that a little bit more. The age 16 plus, we're looking for a little bit upper age teen and beyond. There is a fee, and you can learn about that by going to the website. But there is financial aid available always at Sonoma Community Center. So make sure you check on that if any of the dollars look daunting, and there's membership benefits too. So if you're already a member of Sonoma Community Center, that's going to affect you too. So what was it I was going to go back into? Experience level. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Everyone's told a story at a party, with friends. Something happened to you, and you came home from work, and you say, "Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened to me." So everyone's already done it. So everyone's experienced in telling a story. So this is not about critiquing. We're not going to worry about grammar. We're not going to worry about punctuation. We're not going to worry about sentence structure. You're just going to get up there and tell your story as you do. And we're just going to give you a couple of guideposts so that you know where you're going to take off, and you know where you're going to land, and you know where you're going to get your perfect altitude. And that's it. And the rest is just you. And we all already know these stories. You're coming to the table, and we're going to do a little brainstorming, like I said, free writing, but most of us already know these stories that are important to us, or that are funny to us, or that have changed us in some way.
John Staley is our guest. His course and workshop coming up at the Sonoma Community Center is called Find Your Voice, Tell Your Story, a storytelling course and live event. It's a comprehensive 4-week course that will take your anecdote and transform it into a stage-ready story told by you. And if you go to sonomacommunitycenter.org, that is our beloved Sonoma Community Center's website, click on the programming tab in the top nav and go to the creative writing section, and it'll be the first hit there. Final word to you, John. What else do you want folks to know, or what kind of message do you want to send out today on this Thirsty Thursday?
Only that it's going to be easy, it's going to be fun, and I hope that you get something out of it that changes you. That's the thing. All of the writing workshops I've ever taken have been, and this is going to sound a little hyperbolic, but they have been transformative in one way or another. And it really is just people coming together and sharing. And so that's all we're going to do, is we're just going to come together, and we're going to share and be constructive and try to build the best story that you can tell. I'm affectionately calling it the Moon Valley Dispatch.
Yes, I saw that, and I love it. It's
it has that old-timey feel to it.
Yes.
And so it's just the dispatch of people who live in the area, in the Valley of the Moon, sharing stories. And so I want there to be, just take a load off, right?
Yeah.
Take no pressure here. This is just about sharing the things you already know about yourself.
Yeah, and I think for folks who might feel stuck in their individual writing process, I have also found, as John said, that working in a group with a mentor can be very, very electrifying to your creative process. Really open things up, and it's fun. It's fun to be creative in community.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, John, I appreciate your good work. You know I'm a fan.
Thank you.
These airwaves are here for you to keep beating the drum, and let us know. I'll be looking forward to the workshop.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Ronnie.
It's a pleasure. So again, everybody, SonomaCommunityCenter.org for more information. Quick break here, and then don't go far. My Valley Poet on the Beat is up next, right after this.